Welcome back.
Oh, we are back.
After a shit
Been
year.
gone a minute.
Yeah, we've been gone.
Life is good. We are back in action.
Exactly.
We took a break because of the holidays.
Yeah.
And because the coronavirus is dominating.
Yeah, it
LA
was
County.
for sure. Yeah, it still is actually.
Still is.
It was. It's. I think overall, like, we prefer to have guests in person, and it just becomes a little too tricky right now.
Yeah.
Guests on Zoom, I'm not a fan of. It's just so much editing.
Because
it doesn't sound as
Julian
good.
does not like to run the technology. He doesn't like to put the time and the effort into editing.
It takes me like 6 hours to edit those Zoom stuff.
You better get it together
The
because
sound is always delayed for some
we
reason.
have so many guests who want to come on the podcast.
We do?
Yes.
Okay, let's have them come here in person.
No, I'm not letting ain't no one getting inside my apartment right now during the vid.
Okay.
I don't think so. You got to get a coronavirus
Okay, well,
test
wait.
first.
Let's, we have good ideas too. We don't need an expert all the time.
We don't need no man or woman.
Exactly. So we'll see. But for now, it's just the two of us. We
Just
can make
the
it if
two
we
of
try.
us. Okay.
So yeah, today we're doing a question of the audience. We figured we'd start off the new year. I guess let's call it season 2 of podcast.
Season 2.
We'll start off season 2.
Season 2. I like that.
With questions of the audience, we can kind of talk about a little bit everything.
Yeah, because you guys have been so loyal and so patient with us
Yeah.
while we've been away and asking when we were going to come back that we decided to devote an entire podcast to your questions.
Exactly. So let's go.
Let's get started.
Let's get started right away.
Shall we? Okay, so let's start with Sandra Beatros. And my apologies if I just butchered your name, Sandra Beatros. She says, why do you guys have conversations over Snapchat or Instagram DMs when they can have your number and text you?
Yeah, that's so true.
Valid.
I've actually had conversations with the same person, but 2 very different conversations
What do you mean?
at the same time over text and then over DM. So like over DM, we're talking about something and we're answering the DM, but at the same time, we're also texting. And
so you're texting, you're doing both.
I'm
You're
doing both,
texting
but
and
we're having
DMing.
2 instead of having one convo. We'll have
yeah.
2 just because the Instagram conversations really start from something like you're answering a comment, you're answering some type of stories, and then this leads to a conversation. But then you're also in the text talking about something else.
Yeah, I know. I like that. I do that with my friends all the time.
I know
and we'll send each other memes or whatever over DM. We'll send each other things that we see. Okay.
But that's not the
I
actual
think that
question.
The actual question is, why do guys prefer using DMs for communication over text or an actual phone call? I'm going to let you answer that one.
Okay.
Because I have my own ideas.
Okay. I think it depends. What's the relationship? Are we talking about you guys are kind of talking or flirting? You're not even a thing? Or are you guys together?
I mean, I'm guessing this would be like upon first meeting each other, whether it's through a dating app or over Instagram.
So I don't actually have Snapchat. I don't really know how it works. But I do know that Snapchat, the message at the time, like when I had it like 6 years ago or something, the message would be deleted.
Over
you could
Snapchat?
send something.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of it.
So, I mean, I'm assuming if guys use a Snapchat, it's so that there's no trace of what he's going to say to you.
I just think that the DMs and the Snapchatting makes it easier for guys to send DPs, if you know what I'm saying.
Why?
Because they disappear.
Yeah, they disappear. That's true.
They disappear. Like your sex drive when you send a DP that's unsolicited.
Yeah, I think, but also even if it is solicited, I think guys can, let's say, you're having a heated conversation, like sexy conversation over DMs. You guys can send each other sexy pictures without them really keeping it.
There's also an app called Telegraph that you can use that I know some celebrities have used it to send inappropriate, whatever, pictures, videos, texts, sex, whatever it is. And then they're confident in that disappearing. There's even like a little ticking time bomb thing that explodes after you see the picture and it it disappears.
But so, okay, to send pictures that you don't necessarily want to the other person to keep, I understand Instagram. Let's say also you're in the moment, you're doing something, it's not worth like recording on your actual phone and texting it. Sending it through IG is kind of like convenient, because it doesn't save the video. So like oh man, listen to you're doing that. This is what you're doing right now. This I understand. What I personally don't understand, and I'm sorry, I don't really have an answer for you of why guys would want to text over Instagram over text. I don't know. I don't understand the point, right?
See, okay, now tell me if I'm wrong.
And
all right,
I will just say something.
Thought.
Look at Armie Hammer.
I don't want to.
Like, if you're scared of people screenshotting your shit, they're still gonna screenshot it regardless.
I don't know what in God's name would possess someone like Armie Hammer to
say those,
write
the
stuff,
these,
do the videos, create the fake Finsta account.
Get if you're gonna be freaky like this, just
if you're gonna be freaky about it, then be freaky like in a vanish mode.
Go into vanish mode, so nobody has traces.
Yeah,
of course.
Are you out of your mind? Do you think these people aren't gonna come back to haunt you?
Yeah. I'm just gonna get one last argument. I would say if somebody is kind of, let's say, involved with someone, right, and they're still talking, and they're talking to you at the same time, texting over Instagram doesn't really. It's like if you're texting another person, it's gonna show on your phone, right? You have a notification on your phone.
So if you're like trying to mess around,
kind of like mess around, Instagram, you can just I don't have notification on Instagram.
No, listen,
if I get a message, I won't know until I open it, but it's kind of like keeps it more low key. So maybe because the guy's shady, the last and final thing I could think of is if you post a story, it's easier to just comment on your story and start a conversation over just going through text and say, hey, I saw your story and blah, blah, blah. So
I think it's a little bit of two things,
yeah, it's
right?
both.
I think the first thing is that the guy is, hanging out with other people and does not want that text alert popping up from another girl, because the girl he's with is going to ask some questions if she sees like, a text message.
You want to mute that maybe?
That's just my package concierge. If she sees a text from like somebody else. The other thing
this means nothing though.
What?
Because you can, if you really want to be shady, you can change the name of the person, and you can also remove notification on your front screen.
What do you mean? So it just comes up as like a message, and you don't actually see the.
You don't even see. You have the possibility to just your screen never showing notifications.
I would be the worst cheater of all time.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to do any of these.
It's just you go to message, and then you select what type of notification you want. So it can either pop on your screen, or it doesn't pop anywhere, or it just shows when you scroll down in your notification center. That's it.
I do know you can mute certain people, and then the alert doesn't pop up for you.
Yeah, there you go. So there's still ways.
But I also think that it goes deeper than that. I think that guys who don't want to, or even girls who don't want to share the number, they are not investing. They're not investing in that person enough to put them into their little contact book, or even just have them come up as a text message. I have a lot of girlfriends who, unless they are invested in the guy, and the guy has like proven himself to be like a certain way, worthy of their attention or worthy of like some form of investment or commitment, they'll just leave their thing as a number. They won't even add them as a person in their phone.
I would agree with the fact that, if you're talking only on Instagram, I feel like when you go from Instagram to text, it's kind of like a little mini graduation, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're either graduated friendship wise.
Well, you do. You feel like you've made it. You feel like, all right.
We're no longer in the DMs where everybody is. Now we have the phone.
Whatever. And
but that also works for friends, right? It doesn't necessarily work on dating.
Yeah.
Like, there's people that you're friends with, friends of friends, and you hang out, you follow each other on Instagram. It's like, oh, what's your number?
You DM them all the time, but then it's adding them in your list is completely different. That means there's actually like some sort of a relationship there.
But then why would guys? I don't know. I wish you were a little more detailed.
Instagram DM or Snapchat is a lot more impersonal.
It is a little bit impersonal. Maybe they're just, it shows they're less involved. Also, I think now you see on Instagram when the person was active.
Well, you can hide that.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
I hide that. No one sees when I'm active.
Oh, you got to show me how to do that.
All the time.
Yeah,
and that's why it's embarrassing.
You're active on
the
your...
amount of time that I'm active.
Creeping on everyone, and then you're using your dog's account too. Let's do a little
my
throwback
account, Sophie's account. Like, I'm always active somewhere. I'm always
all right,
looking,
so
Julian.
basically either it's impersonal, he's shady, or it's just more convenient for that time being that he's answering one of your stories, and that's about it. But
I hope we
if you want to get out of there, just if you have the number, don't answer the DM and just text them.
Yeah.
And see
what happens.
Yeah.
See if they answer.
There you go.
All right. Moving on to the next question. I don't even know how to pronounce this person. Bognastasia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. About sexting. You smell good, by the way. About sexting. How to, or if we have to. Okay. I would say if you are in a relationship, yes. If you're in a long distance relationship, double yes. Because
what if you're dating?
If you're dating, yeah.
Okay, so yes then.
Yeah, yes. Keep it spicy. Absolutely.
Really? You don't strike me as somebody who
well,
goes down into
sexting.
Tell you
something. I am no good. I am no good at sexting. I'm dismal at sexting. I'm so bad at sexting that I have actually screenshotted conversations from my friends who've sexted other people, taken notes, rewrote those texts, and sexted somebody else. So I'm like the Milli Vanilli of sexting. It's complete plagiarism, but that's how I roll.
Yeah.
I think it can be a little embarrassing. I just feel like I use the same adjectives and the same like.
Yeah, it's like I want your big.
It's like you know what I mean. Yeah, it's like all the same. I don't know.
I honestly think when she says how to, so I have this thing about thinking guys sending like naked shit is very, 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 very corny.
I think it is too.
I think it's super corny, right? I've been in a few sexting, when we're like sexting, where the girl will send me a sexy picture, but she requests one of me, and I think I've probably sent one in my entire life, and don't even see my penis.
Look at my Instagram, like just.
No, it's not that bad, anyways. But it's just like I feel like when a girl sends a nude, it's pretty. It's nice.
Beautiful.
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
When with the right lighting and the right angles, certainly.
Yeah, when a dude takes a picture, we see his abs, his shirt, whatever.
Well,
you see his
that's
dick,
nice.
It's just I don't know. I feel like it's just for me, it comes out of corny, and I'm like, how can that turn on someone? But I guess it does. But it's also.
I mean, I don't know.
It's a bit of a double standard for mine.
I'm not a big fan of the DPs. I don't like getting them.
Okay, but like
I feel like okay, so Seinfeld said it best, right? The woman's body is like a work of art.
Yeah.
A male body is utilitarian. It's for getting around. It's like a Jeep.
Oh shit! Yeah, there you go.
It's utilitarian.
Also,
you
like
have the
seeing
boobs, like a 6-pack, and
yeah. The male thing is just a hard thing.
Right, or like a nice butt. That's great.
Really?
That's great
Would
too.
guys send a picture of their butt?
No. But I'm saying, I'm just picking out.
So like, okay, if you're sexting someone.
I think it's more like the language.
What would you want them to send you?
I think it's like the language.
But if they had to type a picture, what would they want you? What would you want? What would be well received?
I would want just like a picture of like a stupid shirtless selfie. Just give me that.
Selfie or in the mirror of like the bathroom?
I think like a selfie. Or like selfie. I think the mirror shit is like.
That's corny as fuck, right?
I think it's a little corny.
Yeah,
it's a little corny. But I do like a good shirtless selfie. That's nice.
I think so at some point, but
preferably like in a towel.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like imagining like taking the towel off, exactly, or like sweatpants. Like that's always nice. But I think I'm more into hearing what my partner would like to do.
Yeah, I think everybody. I think
that's
so.
So I'm more of like a linguist.
It's more about literature for
yes,
you.
It is. Paint a picture.
I would say to answer your how-to, I would say, if you're really into the person, as a girl, I would definitely recommend sending pictures because that will get a guy going into texting you and saying what he wants to do.
But ladies, make sure you decapitate. You know what I'm talking about. Make sure you decapitate the face.
I don't agree with that one.
I agree 100%. You know why? Because even if you trust that person implicitly, if you break up, there's no telling what that person's going to do. It could really go south and be bad for you. Or someone could lose their phone, get access to the pictures. Their phone could get hacked, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want is pictures of, your naked body out
there.
Okay,
who cares if Claire from Accounting has 2 pictures online of her naked? It's not like they're celebrities.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still your body. And
yeah, but like as a guy, getting the face for me gets me going more because I'm like, oh, you trust me. You don't think I'm some fucking douchebag that's gonna post this online.
Yeah, but
it's
sorry,
important.
honey bunny, trust it doesn't take
I don't agree with that.
It doesn't.
Bugnastasia, I don't agree with it. I think, not right away, and there are ways to send cool, like sexy pics where we don't see your face. But if you've been dating a dude for 3-4 months and you actually trust him, I would put the face in it just because it's way more appreciated.
I wouldn't do it.
And if we have to, that we said yes, pretty much. I mean.
Yeah, I think that it's like a perfectly normal, natural thing to do. But just know that there is a small chance that those conversations
will be
can
screenshotted.
Get out there.
A little bit, yeah.
So it's almost like shop at your own risk.
It's
buyer
also
beware.
It's also I'm trying to think of how does the sexting stop? Like when does it stop? It goes like, oh yeah, I'm so hard. Ooh, getting late. I'm gonna go back to bed. Sweet dreams.
No,
you know what I mean? Like how do we stop it?
It's like, like when
No, I don't. Tell me.
Don't look at me. Because like when the person tells you that they're
they're in the act of doing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I've ever done this. I've always sexted and then never done anything, and then I'm like, okay, this is.
By the way, me too.
Yeah, exactly.
If you expect, and this is I'm talking about just me here. If you expect me to actually be doing things, I'm not doing anything. You know what I'm doing? I'm ordering stuff online. I'm watching Stranger Things on Netflix. I'm petting Sophie. I'm cutting my toenails. Like, whatever I'm doing, I'm not doing what you think I'm doing.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
No, listen. That's so sad. Those poor guys. He's like in his bed, like ready to go, and just
it's
like,
okay.
oh my god, this dress is so cute. Oh yeah, baby, I can't wait to feel you inside me. Oh my, well they don't have an ExAppeal. Too bad. Well, it's like
I make up for it in person. All right.
But I don't know. I think there are moments where guys is doing something, he's still sexting, and there's other moments where he's actually in bed and really into the conversation. The main thing to me I find is frustrating if you're sexting but you have you don't know when things are going to happen, right? So like if you're texting or sexting somebody who's out of town, who doesn't even live in your same town, it's kind of frustrating because it's like we're doing all this thing to turn each other on, but we're not actually going to be fucking anytime soon, which is fun, but it's also kind of annoying. So but it's annoying.
How you create intimacy from afar.
It's annoying.
And my thing is like you can always tell, right? You can always tell when the sexting's going to start. You can always tell.
Yeah, of course. As soon as you start adding
So if you were here, what would you be doing?
Yeah. Just got out of the shower.
Yeah. Sometimes I swear to God, I will just like openly laugh. Like I'll just because it's like, oh, this is cute. But
I mean, listen,
you just have no idea that I'm.
Here's how it starts. Right?
Mud mask on.
The girl goes, "What are you doing?" And then he's like, "Oh, nothing. Just got out of the shower."
What do you want me to be doing?
And then she goes like, "Ooh, nice. That's probably hot. Yeah, it's too bad you're not with me."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Really? What? Yeah, really? What would you be doing if I were with you?" Oh, well, first of all, I would. And now you're in.
Yeah, exactly.
What you doing can lead to very, very, very
extreme, I love
fun
that.
conversation.
God, we're so predictable. Okay, so yeah. So the answer is yes. Sext and sex frequently. All right. Next question. Pretty Little Creatures of Earth wants to know, what is something you've learned during your whole dating journey? Something people don't talk about. I would say, in relationships that I've had that have had the most success, I really, my thing is like, you don't know somebody until you do these following things, right? You have to go through the seasons together.
Okay.
I think. So holidays, birthdays, you have to see how they interact with their family and how you interact with their family, their friends.
Yeah.
Do you guys gel together? How they handle stress, how they handle your stress. And yeah, the highs and the lows. I mean, I feel like the honeymoon phase is the honeymoon phase. Like, you love everything about that person and what's not to like, but you have to go through some shit before you figure out if this person is worth the long-term investment. That's what I've learned.
All right, so you've learned that you can't rush into it, right?
Yeah,
like be smart and kind of.
Yeah, some people feel like they're like, why are you? So it's almost like you're putting somebody through a gauntlet, like a test. And if you want to call it a test, okay, it's a test. But it's a test for me to see if that person is worth my time, attention, and investment.
Yeah, I think also it depends, what you've been through. Like, we've discussed a lot of your past relationships, which haven't been fun for you. So it also makes sense that you'd be a little bit more, on the brakes when it comes to starting to really invest in someone, because when you're invested, you're 100% invested, right?
Yeah.
And I think that for people that are maybe younger, when they, in their 20s, then they probably go for it right away.
Yeah.
They're like, because
they
they haven't, like, I think it all depends on what experience
better.
you have.
They're like optimistic and fresh faced.
Yeah. Not jaded.
Open hearts. Yeah. Not jaded like we are. What about you?
Man, I think I learned the most from my second relationship, which was with a girl. I was 20 and she was 28, and she destroyed me.
Well, she's an older woman. That's what we do.
Oh my God. So the thing that I learned about it was you just gotta know your worth.
Yeah.
Know your worth. That's it. Just like,
that's very important.
Don't let anybody make you feel like you're less than, like you're not enough. Like, just know your worth. Just know what you're bringing to the table. And also, I'd say be strong about, your conviction. Like, I'll just, this doesn't make much sense, but I'll explain it. So, she used to, before she was dating me, she was dating a much older guy that was like a multi-millionaire. And she was kind of like the trophy girl.
Yeah.
Trophy girl, right? And then she meets me, second year in college. I barely have any money. But I am actually interested in spending time with her. So like, I'm giving time, I'm invested in her as a person and stuff. But she still had those reflexes of nice dinners and nice things, right?
Yeah.
Which I could not afford. But I felt like I had to not be myself, and I had to, go to the dinners that I want to go to, and I had to do this. So because of this, I ended up getting like a few credit cards, right? And the bottom line is, at the end of our relationship, I actually ended up breaking up with her because I was like, this is just like, I'm going crazy. I was left with, a few $1,000s of bills because I felt like I wasn't enough myself unless I paid for this and unless I gave her what she was used to. What I learned from that is, fuck no.
No.
Fuck no. I learned that, like, now, if I'm dating someone and I'm having a rough financial month and she wants to go out, I'm like, sorry, I'd love to go out with you, but right now I need to stay home for a little bit. I can't spend too much. We can make dinner at home.
The right person will absolutely respect that.
They will either understand
because that means you're being smart with your money, and you're hoping that she understands.
Yeah.
And what's not to understand about that? Of course, we're all going through a tough time
exactly.
right now.
So I think also the right person will understand, but they will either suggest something else, or sometimes they might say, "Oh, it's my treat."
Well, bottom line, they're not going to judge you based on something that you can't control.
No, exactly. But like, basically, the whole point of it is like, don't pressure yourself to do things because you feel like if you don't do them, the person's not going to like you.
Yeah.
You got to really get rid of that.
I agree. Know thyself. That's like a number one. That's a number one
know
way.
thyself.
It's true.
That's so such.
I'm getting all biblical up in this piece.
Actually, I did a TikTok to challenge people a little bit. And the whole TikTok is just me asking questions like, should a girl pay for dinner once in a while?
Oh my God, you're just needling people all day.
Oh yeah, and I'm just like, watching people argue in the comments and just being like, okay, go ahead, guys, you guys can fight.
I like that.
It is insane.
Yeah, it's just you throw a grenade and then you just watch it explode and walk away.
No, but it's insane the difference in answers.
Yeah.
There's girls that are saying absolutely not. The guy shouldn't pay for everything. This is more of a partnership. Like, he gets the movies, I get the popcorn. He gets this, I get this. It's also a pleasure to treat my man. You have some that are like, well, I think a man should pay more than a girl, but it's okay for a girl to pay. And then you have other ones that I'm like, if a girl know your worth. Like, if he likes you, he'll pay everything. If not, don't settle for this. And I'm just reading all these. I'm like,
now do you see why a lot of relationships don't work out?
Of course. I'm just like, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, so I feel like we've sufficiently answered that question.
Yeah, this was a deep one.
That was a deep one. All right, this next one. Oh, should we even answer this? Because I feel like we've already answered this. Dating stories, embarrassing moments.
Yeah, we did answer that. I forgot which episode, but we talked about our dating.
We did.
So you walked in on a dude taking a shit.
Oh.
The girl you were dating.
Yeah, that was so good.
I forgot what mine was. Was it that? Mine was that I took a girl dancing and that was her like phobia, so she started hyperventilating, and I had to dance with this 78-year-old women for an hour.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I guess listen to our other podcast.
Yeah. All right, so Mark Carpenter, poor guy. This poor Mark Carpenter, because he DM'd it and then he also commented on it.
Yeah, but there you go. We noticed
so
too, Mark.
He hit us twice.
We got
with the how do you get out of the friend zone? This is such a classic dilemma. This is like tale as old as time. How do you get out of the friend zone?
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can either, buddy. I really don't think you can. My philosophy on it is this, right? If you're in the friend zone, it's because she wants you there.
Yeah. And
I don't think you're coming out because she sees you as non-threatening. And by non-threatening, that's not, what you're thinking. You want to be a little threatening in that you want to threaten
like
her
Hammer.
sense of no, not Army Hammer threatening. You want to threaten her sense of stability when it comes to their friendship. Like, you want her to think like, maybe I could go there with him. Like, you want to make her a little bit unstable in that regard. Like destabilize the fortress that she has built between your genitalia and her genitalia. You want to destabilize that force. That is nearly impossible unless you've been intimate in the past and then you've decided to move on and be friends. But there's got to be like some base level of attraction there in order for you to crack that friend zone. It's difficult.
I think I think the friend zone has so many layers to it. Like, there's so many reasons why you could be in the friend zone.
Yeah,
right?
if you're friend zone from the very beginning, that's trouble. That's trouble.
Okay, yeah. So but here's the thing, right? If you could be in the friend zone, reason number one, he or she does not find you attractive. Okay, and they don't have that sense of attraction where they actually want to pursue romantically.
And that doesn't mean that you're not attractive.
No,
that
it's just
means
that's
that
not
she's
you're
just
not
attractive. And trust me, it's like it is amazing how two people can like actually get together and make it work because like the stars have to align, chemistry's got to be on point,
And I think if they don't find the person attractive, then that's going to be a tough one to get out of. However, sometimes you get put in a friend zone because the other person is currently dating someone, so they don't really have a choice. They put you there, and you guys are technically friends, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. And you also hear stories about let's say girls having terrible dating history, and this one guy who's been around, who's a good dude, and eventually it seems like when they realize that the guys they chose are not right, then you know what, that's the guy actually.
I mean, so the nice guy thing.
There might be at some point. I think that would be. I think to get out of it is patience, I would say.
Have you ever been friend zoned, and have you broken out of that friend zone with somebody?
Well, my first girlfriend ever was my first love when I was 16 and a half, 16. We were best friends for 4 months. In school, best friends, like texting constantly, and I was madly in love with her. And,
yeah, but you were always in love with her then. So
I was, and then, but you know, for a while, we were friends, right? And then one day, I think as we became more and more friends, I just made her laugh so much.
Yeah.
And then eventually, one day, we were just having coffee and we just kissed, and then we were together.
That's cute. That's a really cute story.
So I got out of it, but I don't think there's a recipe on how to get out of the friend zone. I think it depends. I mean, if she's dating with someone, you got to wait. If you're not her style,
but
then
it's such a dangerous game. It really is, because my God, if you make a move and she does not want you to make the move, like I was in college and this happened to me.
Yeah.
My really good friend Brian. He and
Shout
like,
out to Brian.
oh my God. For 2 years we were like bros, right?
Yeah.
We're at a party in college and he like leans in to kiss me and I'm like, what are you doing right now? And he's like, I just thought that maybe no. And it was never the same after that.
Why was it? Were you not attracted?
No, I really wasn't. I wasn't. I mean, he was an attractive guy, but I wasn't attracted to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, he dated a couple of my friends too, and I wouldn't go there, but yeah. And then from that point on, it was just like we were a little distant, and then we graduated. So yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out. So you really have to. Yeah,
I think it also depends how deep you are in the friend zone.
I know.
You know, if you're kind of like in the friends, like, oh, he's my friend-ish, then
if you're friends for a few months,
that works. But if you've been friends since, you know. Like, if you get to a point where she's like, oh, you're like my brother. Ugh,
oh, God.
That's going to be tough.
You don't want to hear those words. You're like tough. My brother.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
You don't want to front your brother. No.
Maybe also, I mean, that's kind of playing a game-ish a little bit, but what if he just, dated someone else and see how she reacts out of it?
Yeah.
That could be a way.
Because if you see any signs of jealousy,
then that's a way.
Or if she doesn't want to hang out with you when you're with that person, then maybe. Yeah.
There's also, I mean, we're saying all this, but what about just having a conversation and a sit down conversation and listen, I'm feeling a little bit different. I just want to see if.
That's a gamble, man.
That is a gamble, but I mean.
But here's the thing: if you are in love with somebody and if you want to be more than friends, you're not going to be happy in that friendship.
Exactly. So you might as well get out of it.
It's not going to sustain itself, and you might as well just pull that trigger and see what happens. Put on your best cologne and.
Apparently, I smell good.
Smell good. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing oh fuck, what's the name?
Great, that's awesome.
It's called Bal d'Afrique.
Freak?
No, Bal d'Afrique, African ball.
African ball?
Yeah, African ball, like a ball, like where you dance. Not a ball that you throw, like a ball that you dance.
Oh, great.
What's the name of it? I forgot the name of. Birredo. Barretto. Birredo, that's how we pronounce it. But you guys like Barretto. Yeah, I'm wearing Barretto.
I like Barretto.
It's so good. It smells really good.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope we answered your question, Mark.
And good luck, man.
Yeah, really.
You know that if you do get out of it, all the boys will be clapping for you.
Absolutely.
I will. You're not part of the boys. I will be clapping.
Slow clap to you. All right. Last question. Eva. I don't know which one it is. I'm sorry.
Eva.
Thoughts on meeting people organically during the pandemic? Another dismal question. I mean,
that's a tough one.
That's really tough. It depends on where you live right now.
Yeah, actually, if you live in Miami, just go out. Yeah.
If you live in LA County, you're screwed. I'm sorry, but there's no restaurants open, nothing. Maybe you want to chance it by going to the beach with your friends and seeing, if you run into anybody cool. Going to a park is an option.
On Sunday, I went to which one is it? That park by Erewhon. Mm-hmm. That place was packed.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I've done? I've been going to, not that I'm looking. I've been going to the dog park. At the dog park, you see especially if you have a dog. If you don't have a dog, that'd be weird.
Just be weird. Get a dog first, and then go to the dog park.
So, if you go there, a shared interest, you might see somebody cool there.
Yeah.
Everyone's wearing masks, so you don't know. But it's easy to strike up a conversation, certainly, about your dog with somebody who might be single. Yeah, find those common interests. What else?
Yeah, the
what
mask.
else
You're right about the mask, though, because some people, they look good with a mask. You
like,
take
what
the
if they
mask
have like
off and,
super hot eyes and then busted ass?
you know, we realize right now how much this is important.
It's very important.
It's insane.
Yeah, because you know what a
crazy.
beardo I am. Like, I don't listen. Like, a guy could have like really pretty eyes, but then if he's got like a scraggly, you know, pubis beard, like it's out. I'm out.
What's
out.
a pubis beard?
It's just like patchy facial hair.
Oh,
like
so he doesn't have a full fit.
Yeah, like if you can't grow, like a real beard.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different tangent that I don't even
Yeah,
know why
I guess,
we're talking about that.
It depends where you live, really. I mean,
it does. It depends on where you live. You know, I interviewed Patrick.
Around?
I interviewed Patrick Duffy a few weeks ago, and he said that he got introduced to his current girlfriend through
mutual friends.
No, group chat. Yeah, mutual friends.
There you go.
He was on this like group chat, and they started FaceTiming and did the FaceTime dates, and then eventually they met up.
Well, he was in a group chat with some people he didn't know, or he was put in a group chat?
No, he just didn't know her. He was put in a group chat, and she was in the group chat, and then they got introduced through the group chat. He was on, was he on Dallas? I think he was on Dallas. She was on.
But how did he know that? Oh, okay, so he kind of knew who she was.
She was on Happy Days. Yeah.
He knew what she looked like.
They were like colleagues.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe
they're
like
both actors, but
friends. Like, you know, if you have a little friends gathering, maybe there's somebody that's not part of the group.
But even if like, yeah, I mean, it's still right. It's still kind of like the best. The best is word of mouth. Like the best is like vetting through friends.
Yeah, but also okay. So my question to you too is, Eva, is why do you want to meet people organically right now? It's like if there's one time where there's a good excuse to meet people through apps and Instagram, it's right now.
He has a good point. Like you might just want to lean into it temporarily. There's no stigma.
No, there's no stigma. And honestly, like I feel like if you meet somebody from a dating app, and it goes well, it feels organic. Mm-hmm. It feels organic right away.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then yeah, you've wasted an hour of a date. But who cares? You know, you just on to the next one.
Yeah, I mean, do like a FaceTime date.
Yeah.
First, see if you like the person. You know, if you like their voice, if you like what they have to say, if you click. You know.
Other than that, the dog park is a great.
Dog park is a good idea.
Maybe the grocery store, but like people kind of get weird if you start to
People are in their zone. Yeah, you're not really mixing it up in the grocery store at Ralph's.
I was gonna say the gym, but like some of them are not open. Like in LA,
yeah.
It's not open, and like Miami, they're open.
Well, there are some outdoor gyms in LA that are open.
That's true, actually. Yeah, maybe take an outdoor class. That's also.
Or you could take like a Zoom class. You know what I mean? Like Zoom workouts, where it's like a group workout.
Yeah.
And then you all exchange information. You're on like an email thread. You see somebody who you might like, and maybe you reach out to them.
Oh, that sounds. I'd much rather do online dating at this point.
I know.
So much work.
At the very least, like then you know that whoever's on there is single, and they're looking to connect with somebody.
Single, like they say, single and ready to mingle.
Ready to mingle.
Yeah.
Single like a Pringle.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of where everyone's at right now. That's why I would be curious to know how dating apps have spiked. Dating app usage has probably spiked during this pandemic.
It is, but you know, there's still a wide like difference with people. Like some people are very scared of COVID, and some people are not. And so I'm sure everybody's on the app matching, but there's such a big difference amongst everybody's belief and what they think about it and how they act towards it, that some people are probably meeting up right away, and some people are like, oh no, not not for X amount of time. So
better be safe than sorry, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like at least if you're in LA County, man, it's just like boop, press the pause button, because your life's gonna be on hold for like the next couple of months. It is. Everyone's life is on hold. You're not alone. That's the beauty of it. You know, but we're all there.
You technically are.
What?
Alone. You're not alone.
You're alone, and you're alone. You're not alone in being alone, is what I'm saying. That's, yeah.
You are alone.
Nice.
That's
a great note to end on.
We
are all alone.
All alone. Yeah, that's kind of it. Did we have anything else? No. That's
we just had that. Yeah, that's
Oh no, we had a question that somebody talked about breakups, and I think this deserves its
the
own,
breakups. That's gonna be
its own podcast.
That should be our next podcast, actually.
Yeah. So next podcast we'll talk about breakups.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun it's a fun one.
Oh, so many stories.
Yeah.
So many stories.
Well, we're happy to be back.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question, guys, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.